Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cat by Nagendra. So in this video, we are going to see introduction of part design and what are the toolbars we are going to use in CATIA. So for that, let me enter into here new part by using start. Either if you have created shortcuts directly by using this part design, can enter into part design. Or else if you don't know how to create the shortcuts, you can just check out one video which is available in our channel. Then or else we can go with mechanical design, here part design, and here we are able to specify the part name. So if you want specify the part name here itself, or else while saving we can rename this part and we can save it in which name we want. Then let me say here part 1 and say OK. As you can see, this is the main interface of part design in CATIA. So already we have discussed about this basic interface of CATIA in our basic tutorials. Now let's say for example, in part design we are going to use here different type of toolbars. Those are, first we will start here with sketch based features toolbar. Next we are having here dress up features toolbar. Next we are having transformation features toolbar. Again we are having here a reference elements toolbar. So these are the different type of toolbars we are going to use in this part design. Now let's start here with sketch based features toolbar. So whatever the different type of toolbars we are able to see and whatever different type of options we are able to see, all will be available here also. So directly we can select here whatever we want, or else we can go with insert. As you can see, related to sketch based features we are having all options here, or else related to dress up features we can use from here also. So directly I'll select from here with the toolbars. Now under sketch based toolbars, first option we are having here pad. So pad is nothing but we can add material by using defined profile. So usually for any option no proper standard definitions will be available. So in my way I am telling with my own words. So if you want you can just consider that. So now first we are having here pad. So pad is nothing but I used to say that we can add material with a defined profile. Now if you want to create one 3D part, first we need 2D shape, right? So already we know how to create 2D ISO constraint sketcher in sketcher tutorials. Now for example, let me enter into sketch on any plane. For example, I need to draw one sketch on this front plane. So I will click on here sketch, and I need to create one sketch on this front plane. Just I'll click on this front plane. Once if I click here, directly we will enter into here 2D sketcher. Already we have idea on this basic interface and toolbars with options. Now let's say for example we are having one center point rectangle exactly with reference to this origin point like this. Then to make it ISO constraint, let me give dimension for this. As you can see, everything is showing in green. So if I click on here sketch solving status, here it is showing ISO constraint. So let me close this. Along with that, we need to check either profile is closed profile or open profile. It means whenever you are going to create pad or pocket, if you want to add material or remove material with a 2D sketcher, always 2D sketch should be a single closed profile. So to check that, as we can see, if we click on here, we are able to see either it is ISO constraint or under constraint. Then if we click on here sketch analysis, then we need to go here with geometry. Here it will show it is a single closed profile. So if we are having multiple profiles, here it will show different type of profiles. And if it is open profile, here it will show open. Now we are having here closed profile. Let me close this. Then 2D sketcher we have created. With this shape, I need to convert into 3D by adding thickness. So for that, let me come out of sketch by using here one option called exit workbench. So once if we click on exit workbench, we will come out of sketch and we are able to see this all options which is related to part design. Now let me go here with pad. Just if I click on pad, as you can see with this sketch, material is going to add here like this. Now with this rectangle shape, first limit we are having here dimension option. How much thickness you want to add with that particular shape, we are able to give here length by using dimension. Again, different types are there. In future tutorials, we are able to see this. Now let me keep here dimension. How much thickness you want, that much we are able to give here. Then once if I click on preview, as you can see, with the shape of rectangle, we are able to add material with this distance in this direction. Then this profile already we know with which shape we are able to add material. Sketch 1 we have selected here. Then next we are having here thick profile. As you can see, entire shape what we have drawn, with that shape we are able to add material. Once if we click on thick, here we are able to specify how much thickness you want. So if I give thickness 1 of some 10 mm and if I go for preview, only material will be added with thickness of 10 mm in all directions at a time, and center part will get hollow part. This is thickness 1. Again, if I click on thickness 2, material will be added outside how much extra material we want. Let's say for example I need here 5 mm extra. With reference to the center sketch, extra 5 mm of material we are able to get by using this thickness 2. Now let me make it here 0. So just I'll go for preview. Just we are giving 10 mm thickness in inside direction. So if you want 5 mm outside, 5 mm inside, so there we can use here neutral fiber. As you can see, total thickness we have given 10 and profile what we have drawn is the center profile. So total 10 mm with a neutral fiber means 5 mm will be added outside and 5 mm added will be inside. So just let me turn off this, and I don't want thickness also. Let me turn off this thick option also. Just I'll click on preview. To make it proper orientation, by using this, I'll make it here isometric view. Then mirror extent option will be there. So usually we have created one sketch on this front plane and we are able to add material, let's say for example with 50 mm width in left side direction. Same 50 mm I need to add on right side direction also with equal thickness on both directions at a time. In that condition, we can use here mirror extent option. So once if I click on mirror extent and if I go for preview, you can see here sketch profile we have drawn at center with 50 mm material is adding on left side and right side also with equally. So I'm not feeling well, I'm having little cough, so I think I hope you will adjust with that. Then that is about this mirror extent. So once if I turn off this, material will be added on only one direction. Then next option we are having here reverse direction. With reference to this sketch, now material is adding on left side. Same material if you want to add on right side, just we can make it here reverse direction. If I go for preview, material will be added on opposite side. So like this we are able to use this reverse direction option. Then profile we are having at center plane. On left side we are having here 50. Let's say for example we want some unequal dimension in opposite direction. It means on left side I need thickness of 50, on right side I need thickness of 70. So in this condition we can't use mirror extent. Why? Because whenever we are having equal thickness in both directions, we can use here mirror extent. But if we are having unequal dimension in both directions at a time, in that condition we need to go here with more. As you can see, second limit we are having, let's say for example I need some 80 here. You can see the difference here. With reference to the center sketch, on left side we are having material of 50 mm, on right side we are able to add material with 80 mm. So like this you are able to create this. And let me say okay here. So this is the use of pad. Then once if I open here, then next option we are having here drafted filleted pad. So let me open this part body. Under this part we are having one part body. Under this part body we have created one pad with sketch 1. Now let me delete this pad 1 and let's say okay here. Then next we are having here drafted filleted pad is nothing but we can add material with a defined closed profile with draft angles. It means pad means proper shape we will get whatever the shape we have drawn. After making pad also same shape we will be having. But sometimes we will be having here taper shapes. it will be not straight to that surface, it will be with a taper angle like this. So in that condition, we can use here drafted filleted pad. Let me click on that with reference to this sketch. Then how much distance we want, we are able to specify here. You can drag like this, or else you can specify how much distance you want like this. Then next to that, second limit it is asking. Second limit is nothing but from where we want inclination. Now let me say I need inclination from this plane, this front plane. Then how much inclination we want, we are able to specify here. Let me give some 15 degrees and I'll go here with preview. As you can see, with inclination of 15 degrees, material is going to expand here like this. Then here we are having with fillets. If you don't want fillets, just we can turn off all these things and we are able to get this shape with sharp edges. So if you want same shape on opposite direction, make it here reverse direction, you are able to get like this. So usually we won't use this drafted filleted pad, because if you are having one rectangle shape, by using this drafted filleted pad, we are able to add material with a draft angle in all directions with all faces at a time. But let me say, for example, I need draft angle only for this face and this face. I don't want draft angle for these two faces. In that conditions, we can't judge here by using this drafted filleted pad. So only in that case, a separate draft angle option will be used. We will learn about that in future tutorials. So whenever we are having with draft angle of all sides at a time, then we are able to use this drafted filleted pad option. I hope you have understood that. Then next option we are having here multi-pad. So what is meant by multi-pad means, so in the name itself is there, multi means more than one. Let's say for example I need to edit this sketch. Just I will double click on this sketch. Along with this rectangle, I am having some other shapes also like this. So by giving dimension, we'll make it iso constraint, exit workbench. Now, directly for this sketch, if I go for pad, we are able to give, for example, let me give some 50 here. And if I go for preview, all 50 mm dimension will be applied equally for all profiles like this. But what I want means, one profile I need to make pad of 50, one profile I need to make pad of 60, one profile I need some different dimension. So whenever we are having multiple sketches or multiple profiles under a single sketch, and if we want to add material with a different thickness for different profiles, directly we can't use pad, as it gives equal thickness for all profiles which are available under a single sketch. So in that case we can use here multi-pad. Now as you can see, three profiles we are getting. So first one I need some 20, second one I need some 50, third one I need some 40. If I go for preview, as you can see, with the different thickness values, we are able to add material for these different profiles which are having under a single sketch like this. So that is the use of multi-pad.